Hello? Is this thing on? Okay. Hello, everyone. It's John at Video Games in the World. So, last week was Mario's 40th anniversary, and there were a lot of I could have, live streamed on the day of its 40th anniversary, but too many complications arose, unfortunately. And for the Super Mario 64, certain complications arose because of the Wi-Fi. So, we're going to play the classic Mario Brothers the Super NES version that was born with Super Mario All-Stars. Okay, so the Super Mario Brothers has been around since 1985, and since then it became a worldwide phenomenon. The Super Mario Brothers series became so popular that it spawned toys, tons of merchandise, a cartoon series in 1989 titled The Super Mario Brothers Super Show, and in 1990 we had The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, and also in 1992 or 1993 we had the animated series of Super Mario World. In 1992 we had the Super Mario Bros. Series spawned a live-action movie. In 1993, the Super Mario Bros. Series spawned a live-action movie which was a disaster. An absolute disaster, everyone. But 30 years later, we had an animated movie which turned out to be a lot better than expected. So, to all of us who are in our late 30s and early 40s or mid 40s, rekindling those fun times playing this game, let's play some Super Mario Brothers. Enjoy! Okay, World 1-1, I'm ready. Playing that game on the NES back in those days was fun. Total fun. I remember playing this game with my parents, my brother, my sister, my brothers and sisters, you know. Those were great times. Yep, great times. I still remember the competitions that my mother and my father and my oldest brother and second older sister had. Sometimes my first older sister will participate in those competitions. My father teamed up with my second older sister, and my mom would team up with my older brother. What a time that was. I still remember my mom moving the control. Oh, every time she jumped a hole. Those are some good times, weren't they? And I still remember when I saved the princess, my mom and dad were so happy. My dad, God rest his soul, I remember him playing this game. Great times, man. Great times. I also wanted to dedicate this live stream to Billy Hudson of the Game Chasers, who passed away yesterday at the age of 43 of brain cancer. Still so young. Man, F cancer, bro. Cancer sucks. And 2 years ago, I lost my father to cancer. I hate cancer with every fiber of my being. Every single fiber of my being. What up, baby? $5,000. Sorry, taking a sip of water. And water is life. Okay, 70. I still remember when my dad used to watch me play. Me and my siblings. Those days are gone. I just wish we could go back to those days. And we wanted to grow up. I want to give a shout out to the YouTube channel World of Lawn Plays, who also did this live stream today. Who also did a Super Mario Bros. Live stream today of both this classic NES version and the Super NES Mario All-Stars video game. That princess is always in another castle. Always. Princesa en otro castillo. In Spanish, I say that. I'm a Latino. I'm Dominican. My parents were born in the Dominican Republic, and I was born here, in the States. Okay. Now, I did mention the 1993 Mario movie, right? A lot of people see it as an abomination. Now, although I must say that the Mario movie was a complete disaster, all I can say is about that movie is guilty pleasure. Oops. Ay. Contrale. Ay, stupid flying turtle maniac brother. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Contrale. Woohoo! Super Mario Brothers. Swimming time. I forgot to say. $5,000. 5,000. Here come the fishies. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Woo! Dios mío. Ay, ay, ay. I still remember all the fun that my parents and siblings had whenever we played this game. What a time that was. I'm tired of this game. There you go. Have you ever seen that video called Mario Goes Berserk? Damn, that was one. Damn, that video was gruesome but fun. By the YouTube channel Dorkly. Mario Goes Berserk. Oh my god. Excellent animation in that one. Water. Water. Star power. Oh, Hammer Brothers. I've always hated those guys. Watch this. I used to love doing that trick when I was a kid. Every time I did that trick, I used to get all the 1-ups until I had little time left. Boy, that was fun to do. My brothers and my sisters, we used to laugh at that one. Crown Q. Yes. Okay, there you go. Just one? Lame. Woo! Okay. Better watch out. Haha. But our princess is in another castle. Myra's got like 99 problems and a woman is one of them. Jesus Christ. If he was smart, he would tell her to... He would tell Peach to stop getting captured. That's what Solid said. What Solid Snake said in one of his codec calls in Smash Bros. Brawl. Solid Snake. Oh, the Lakitus. I hate Lakitus. Time to go underground. I used to do this trick back in the day. Now, when Mario came out in 1985, my mother and my father were tying a knot. And I was born a year later, on June of '86. Okay, so here we go. You know, when I was a little boy, like very little, I used to call these big mushrooms spaghetti. I don't know why. Oh, man. Maybe it's because when I used to eat... Because the colors of these mushrooms remind me of spaghetti when I was, like, very little. Spaghetti. And spaghetti is one of my favorite dishes. Especially the bolognese. Okay, so I told you that I was born in the year 1986, right? Now, popular movies in 1986 were Platoon, The Boy Who Could Fly, The Karate Kid Part 2. Nope, that's the wrong one. Haha. However, the most popular movie of 1986 on the year I was born was Top Gun. I love that movie. And 36 years later, we got a sequel, Top Gun Maverick. And that sequel was so good. When I saw Top Gun Maverick, I said to myself, now this is how you bring back the classics. That's how you bring back the classics. Bring back the originals for one last time. Bring back the original characters while introducing brand new ones so they can be worked in, win us over, and then pass it on to a new generation. That's how you bring back the classics. Now, I won't deny that there are some reboots of classics that turn out to be really good, but unfortunately the majority of reboots were pretty bad. majority of reboots were an abomination. An example, the 2016 Ghostbusters. God, that movie sucked. No offense to the actresses and Paul Feig. I didn't like it. Because the problem with the 2016 Ghostbusters movie is that it tried way too hard to surpass the original and live up to the spirit of the original. Ooh, that was close. Oh. Boy, am I out of my mind. Oh, I'm out of my mind. Totally out of my mind. Do, 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 do. Other popular films in 1986 were Aliens. Oh, heck yeah, 6 of them. There were Aliens and Crocodile Dundee. Ah, the 80s. Great times. Those are some great times, weren't they? Six. All right. Whew. Ay, Dios mío. De fuego. Fuego, fuego. Llamen a los bomberos. Down you go. Now, since I'm talking movies right now, let me tell you something. Every decade in the history of cinema always had a trend. There was always a trend in every decade. And how some movie studios became huge. In 1937, Disney released its first animated feature film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It became a classic. Now, in the 1920s, silent films were very, very popular, and it was the era of Charlie Chaplin. It was the era of Charlie Chaplin, the 1930s. The 1920s and 30s. But in 1927, the 1927 movie, The Jazz Singer, was the first film that brought you audio dialogue and audio effects. And The Jazz Singer was that movie that put an end to the era of silent films. And in the 1930s, you got Shirley Temple films that were pretty trendy. And also, Howard Hughes became instantly popular with this movie, Hell's Angels. Hell's Angels is one of his most popular films, and also Scarface, Shame of the Nation, is another one of his most popular films. And what else is one of the most... Okay, and like I said about Disney, in 1937, Disney releases its most popular feature film, animated feature film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. In the 1940s, you had war propaganda and Disney films, and Disney started to grow with all these animated movies like Pinocchio, Bambi, Fantasia, Dumbo, you know. Uh-oh, it's throwing hammers now. Ha ha! Close, but no cigar. Ha ha ha! Whew, that was close. Those bullet bills. Woo! Oh, that was cool, dude. I'm there, dude. Anyway, he's... Now, the 1950s was an era when movies will be seen in color, making black and white look outdated. And also, we remember a popular espionage film, suspense espionage film called North by Northwest. And it was also one of Alfred Hitchcock's most celebrated films titled Dial M for Murder. Not to forget also that Disney had popular animated movies in the 50s such as Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan. Okay, there you go. Okay, now, what else? And let's not also forget that when it came to gangster movies in the 50s, all you could think of is like all these spaghetti westerns. Still, spaghetti westerns back then, a lot of the spaghetti westerns were pretty racist, to be honest, because those spaghetti western films often portrayed Native Americans as the bad guys and cowboys as the good guys. Okay, so in the 1960s, James Bond 007 was very, very trendy. It was the era of Sean Connery. Now, every decade, it had the Bond era on how it... Now, we all know that the 60s was the era of Sean Connery, but there was one movie that Sean Connery was not 007. It was called On Her Majesty's Secret Service in the 60s. It was played by another actor. George Lazenby. In the 1970s, in James Bond 007 was the Roger Moore era. From 1973 up until 1985, the final film of Roger Moore in James Bond 007 was A View to a Kill. And A View to a Kill was really cool. Cool indeed. From 1987 to 1989, it was the Timothy Dalton era. I think the Dalton era is too short, and he's really underrated as James Bond 007. He should have taken over in the movie For Your Eyes Only, because at that time Roger Moore was already getting too old. Well, he might be getting too old. Well, come to think of it, he might have been getting too old, but he could still pull it off. Now, from 1995 to 2002, the era of Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan is the James Bond 007 that I grew up with, and I remember playing GoldenEye for the N64. God, I love that game. One of the best before there ever was a Call of Duty and a Medal of Honor. And Fortnite. Before there was Fortnite. Never got into Fortnite anyway. Yes. And then from 2006 until 2021 or 22, I think, was the era of Daniel Craig. I wonder who's going to take over as James Bond 007 now that Daniel Craig is no longer going to be the James Bond 007. Oh my god, I still remember her trying to jump this gap when I was a little kid. Me and my family, oh my god, we used to laugh at how we used to fail in that one. Oh my god. What a time. What a beautiful time that was. Okay, now, back to movies. Okay, now, back to movies. I'm sorry, but these... Ugh, it's the Wi-Fi. Dropping frames and shit. Okay, so this is A3. No turning back. Okay. Ugh. Boy, do I hate the Hammer Bros. One, two, three, cuatro. All right. Okay. So yeah, Alfred Hitchcock's slasher film Psycho started to redefine the horror genre, and also his classic The Birds. And that, and in 1968, George A. Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. And it became a classic horror film of its time. Now, zombie movies before George A. Romero were like delightfully scary. But then when George A. Romero came into the picture with the Living Dead series, that movie redefined the zombie genre. Redefined zombie. No, I wouldn't say that it redefined zombie movies, but that movie, it totally took horror to a whole new level. Because I remember reading stories about Night of the Living Dead that at the end of the screening there was absolute silence and people were like petrified, and a little girl was like crying. And I gotta say that Night of the Living Dead also brought us a black hero who unfortunately did not survive. Oh my god, that stupid Hammer Bro! I hate those guys. The Hammer Bros. And that's pretty much... Now, the 1970s in cinema was an era of renaissance. The 1970s redefined the way we saw movies and how they were being made. And a lot of... And let's not forget also that in the late 1960s, some movie series were born, such as Planet of the Apes. And Stanley Kubrick, it made history with the movie 2001, A Space Odyssey. My bad. So, like I said, the 1970s was a decade of renaissance in the history of cinema. Now, when it comes to the gangster genre, a lot of people were sick and tired of watching all these spaghetti westerns as gangster movies. And that is when in 1973, and that is when, in the early 1970s, The Godfather came into the picture. A fantastic movie. About the Godfather movie, the first movie was phenomenal. Part 2, the absolute best. But the second film, but the third film, well, it was they really dropped the ball. And some movie series were born in the 1970s. Down you go, Bowser, and finally we save the princess. Okay, so now we're gonna do this second, a more challenging quest. There you go. Okay. $5,000. All right. Now, the movie series that were born in the 1970s were not just The Godfather, but also martial arts movies will become trendy, such as Enter the Dragon, and also Shaw Brothers movie. These will be popular as well. All these Shaw Brothers martial arts movies and the Bruceploitation films. Now, Bruceploitation is a mixture of Bruce Lee and exploitation. It was called Bruceploitation, and it can also be known as the clones, because Bruce Lee was really popular. Oh yeah, I was talking about movie series. The movie series that were born in the 1970s were the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, Alien, Rocky, Star Wars. The first Star Wars movie in 1977. Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million. Use the Force, Luke. Contraleazo maceta. Woo! That's challenging. So yeah, those were movie series that were born in that time. The 1970s was truly an era of Renaissance. Now, some people made this a. Now, a lot of people say that the 1980s was a pretty crappy era for cinema. But hey, it had a lot of great movies, you know, Platoon, Aliens, The Karate Kid. And also, what was really popular in the 1980s were all these teen comedies, slasher or films. Most popular slasher horror films were pretty popular back in the 80s, such as the Friday the 13th movies, Nightmare on Elm Street movies, Child's Play, and also all these Stephen King films. All these movies based on the Stephen King novels, like Pet Sematary, Christine, Cujo, you know. And there were also popular films like Indiana Jones, E.T., Back to the Future. and some war films like Top Gun, Platoon, Casualties of War. They were pretty popular. And the buddy cop films like Lethal Weapon. Those were good movies. Yes, indeed. Oh, and let's not forget Scarface. That was one of my favorite films. Still is. Huh. Scarface. Say hello to my little friend. Oh my gosh. What the actual? Whatever you mean. And also, in the 1980s, when it comes to movies, Disney had a renaissance. Disney had a lot of good movies, and some of them were very underrated. Now, The Rescuers was pretty underrated, and also, The Great Mouse Detective was underrated. The Little Mermaid was one of the most popular Disney films. The 1990s, the golden age of cinema, no doubt about that. The 2000s was a silver age. 2010s, the age of superheroes and reboots, and the age of these billion-dollar franchises that Hollywood has grown so dependent on. You know what I'm saying? I've gone around long enough about movies. But it feels good to talk about how great they were and how much they suck now in a way. Woo! Now that's a big ass stick. Defeat the game. Whatever you mean by that, Dave. I'm doing a second quest in this game, of course. After that, it's going to be Mario I'm going to take a little break, and then it's going to be Mario All-Stars. Gee, that was close. I always love doing that. Oops, I killed it. Oh well. Got enough lives anyway. Yikes. One up. $5,000. Woo! Oh my gosh. Yes, sir. Yes, Toad, I know. She's always in another castle. Oops. Cheeky. Go, 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 go. There you go. Ah, too bad. I'm going to 5-1, baby. Me encanta el 5. Ese mundo me encanta. Okay, back to the big mushrooms. I see. There you go. Go on the top. Whoa, that was close. Not so close. Down you go. Okay. Yes. Come and get me, Hammer Bro. Come and get me. That's right. Come on. Come on. Whew. Miss me. God, I hate those guys. I've always hated the Hammer Bros ever since I was a little kid. From the very pit of my stomach, I just can't stand them. Damn it. Oh no! Okay. Five, 4. Down you go, Lakitu. Buddy's coming back in World 6. Bye-bye, Lakitu. Until he comes back. There you go. Oh, you little bastard. Oh my god. Oh, at least I made it. Six, 3. This game is so freaking timeless. Wachoo! All right. The people it's the most of my mom and over the top, dude. D-U-D-E. Oh. Yeah, I know it's rewinding, but just want to kill this Koopa with a flower. It was a blooper. Now, World 7. Woo! Okay, I'm not gonna rewind anymore. Tardy again. Ah, guilty pleasure. Woo! That was a long jump. Oh well, it's okay. Water time. Contrale, 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 contrale el Maciel de Bolívar. Oh my gosh. Oh, that damn blooper. Six of them. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fishes. Just three of them? Really? Down you go. If you defeat that fake Bowser with a hammer bro, I mean with a flower, a hammer bro appears. Is the one that goes down. Dude, every time I get to World 8, it brings back a lot of memories playing this game. Jumping all these gaps and make all these gaps and making all these gaps were like nerve-wracking. Oh my god. And every time I get to that gap that's coming on this world 8-2. Nowadays that I play this game, I think so much of my mom and my dad trying to jump that gap. Oh my gosh. Man. I think so much of those days. Me, my siblings, my parents playing this game. Those were perfect times, man. Great times. Son of a... Ay, Dios mío, ay, Dios mío. Oi! Those shows. Well, I'm almost about to finish the second quest, and then gonna take a little short break before we play Mario. Stupid Wi-Fi. Woohoo! Gracias a Dios. Okay. I can still do it. Bye-bye! Down you go, Bowser. I saved you, princess. Again. Well, folks, goodbye. Not. Like I said, we're gonna take a break and then we're gonna play some Mario All-Stars. So, be cool, everyone. I'll be back in a bit. Before you know it. And I'm back, everyone. Like I said, I will be back before you know it. Super Mario All Stars. I remember this game from when I was a child. I used to love playing this game because you played like remastered versions of all these classic Mario games, you know. Not gonna do the second quest in this one though, because of course you know how that goes. Now, I remember when I was a kid that I played a Mario game on PC called Super Mario Brothers on MS-DOS. It had the sound effects, but it lacked the music and boss battles. Still, pretty well designed for a Mario game on MS-DOS. But it was pretty tough, pretty difficult too. Yes. All right. Dun dun dun. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, I really like how in this remake Mario game for Super Mario All Stars, I like how the designs of all the stages, adding some good background too. One four man, uno cuatro man, uno cuatro, uno cuatro, uno cuatro de más. Quiero jugar contigo, nena. Messed up. That's what I get for getting too distracted in my own world. And what I like about this game, the inclusion of a boss theme, something that the original lacked. But still, the original, nothing like it. Timeless. Damn, no free. 1-up mushroom. You know, when I was a kid playing the Mario game, we used to call the mushroom El Grande, the one that made Mario big, and the 1-up the green mushroom, the 1-up mushroom, we used to call it El Free. Jesus Christ. My crazy family. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, now, about the Mario cartoons, I remember that in the live-action sitcom, in the live-action segment of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Danny Wells played as Luigi and Captain Lou Albano played as Mario. And with every sitcom segment, there were special guests. I remember a lot of these special guests. Elvira, Nicole Eggert, Sergeant Slaughter. Oh my god. The Sergeant Slaughter episode. And there were like on Fridays on the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, there was an episode of The Legend of Zelda cartoons. We all remember, I still remember those that Legend of Zelda cartoon where the ones where Link is always whining, "Excuse me, princess," and every time Zelda refusing to kiss him. So, Link in the cartoon, he's a hero, but he's a bumbling idiot in that one. Damn it. Tengo algo pendiente. Dun, dun, dun. And regarding the 1993 live-action Mario movie, Bob Hoskins, he hated that movie. Okay, let me tell you a little history of the Mario movie, like I told you in this live stream of Mario 64, which unfortunately I had to delete because of unfortunate circumstances due to the Wi-Fi acting out. Okay, so when the movie was being made, there was the original Mario movie script. Is that it? Oh, the story of the original script goes like this: two struggling plumbers from Brooklyn, New York, enter the mushroom of an Alice in Wonderland type of world, rather than the neon-lit cyberpunk city from the 1993 movie. And that original script was way closer to the source material, and they were gonna, and Danny DeVito was gonna play Mario in that movie, which in my opinion could have been a great idea, a fantastic idea. Danny DeVito as Mario. Okay. Like I said, I always did that before the time ran out. 128 lives. Nice. Let me not mess this up. Again. So then Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. Okay, so about the movie. Unfortunately, Leitmotiv decided to abandon that script, and there were like 7 or 8 scripts according to Bob Hoskins. The British. So then Leitmotiv settled for the vision of Rocky Morton and Annabelle Jankel, a British husband and wife team of director. Okay, Rocky Morton and Annabelle Jankel were a husband and wife team from England, directing music videos, commercials, and they directed the Mario movie. Their vision was worlds away from the source material, and the story was a lot darker compared to the happy-go-lucky world of the game. And what else about that movie? What else? Oh yes. So there were plans to have Michael Keaton or Arnold Schwarzenegger play as Bowser. Michael Keaton, I could see him voicing Bowser, but Schwarzenegger, no, hell no. So yeah, they settled for the vision of Rocky Morton and Annabelle Jankel. Bad idea. So, this is how Rocky Morton and Annabelle Jankel's movie is. Mario and Luigi are two struggling plumbers from Brooklyn, New York, who enter the Mushroom Kingdom to save a princess named Daisy. Bob Hoskins played as Mario, John Leguizamo played as Luigi, Samantha Mathis played as Princess Daisy, and Dennis Hopper played as King Koopa. So in the story, Mario and Luigi are two struggling plumbers from Brooklyn, New York, who enter the Mushroom Kingdom, which is a neon-lit cyberpunk city called Dino-Hatton, a mixture of dinosaur and Manhattan. Bowser in that movie is a leather-suited politician who enjoys mud baths and punishes anyone who speaks against his rule. Toad as an example. If you speak against Bowser's rule, he'll turn you into a Goomba. In that movie, the Goombas are 8-foot tall lizard warriors with shrunken heads. So now, during in the filming, the actors were not too happy about that movie because it was bad, and I mean bad. Oh, you can still do this in this game. And so during an interview, the late British actor Bob Hoskins, who died 11 years ago, said this about the Mario movie. He said that the worst thing he's ever done was Super Mario Brothers. It was an effing nightmare. The whole experience was a nightmare. After months of filming, even their own agent told him to get off the set. Effing nightmare, effing idiots. The late Dennis Hopper also said in an interview that the worst character he ever played was King Koopa. So this is how the movie opens in the 1993 Mario movie. A long time ago, the world was ruled by dinosaurs. They were big, so nobody went around hassling them, because there weren't any people yet, of course. But then something happened. A giant meteorite struck the Earth. Goodbye, dinosaurs. But what if the dinosaurs were not all destroyed? What if a fragment of that meteorite created a parallel dimension where the dinosaurs continued to thrive and evolve into intelligent, vicious, aggressive beings, just like us? And hey, what if they found a way back? And that's how the story goes, that millions of years ago, the dinosaurs ruled the Earth until a giant meteor struck the Earth, destroying them all. But a fragment of that meteorite piece caused the dinosaurs to evolve and thrive in a parallel universe, and they harbored a hatred for the people of Earth Prime. They called the people of Earth Prime mammals. It was a nice take on evolution. And Bowser explains what evolution is to the Mario Brothers in a scene where he de-evolves his opponents as punishment by turning them into Goombas. He said that evolution is to undergo a change. That it starts with like simple life forms from primeval slime up to simpler forms and up to intelligent life. The evolution, of course, works the opposite way. But anyway, I've gone along around enough about that abomination of a Mario movie. But still, the thing about me watching the Mario movie, guilty pleasure. Cause you know, I only watch that movie to like make fun of it. But the one from 2023, the animated movie, now that was a true Mario movie. Way better than the live-action movie. Oh. Yes. God, I miss those things. Jesus Christ. Freaking fire. That always made me laugh whenever I play this game. Yes. Three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 6-2, baby. Darn it. Bum, 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 bum. Yes. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh. Oh, man. go. Okay. Only 2 more worlds left. No, only a few more worlds left until oh, until I wrap up for the night and tune in. Yes. Woohoo! All right. Yeah. Hey, want to have a little fun? I never get tired of doing that. Okay, that's enough. $128 lives. I guess I've reached the limit. Yep, I totally reached the limit of those lives. All right. Holy shnikey, that was close. And I got all the coins. Ain't that cool?